Yeah, it blows my mind how when we started, I mean, you started before me, but when we started Legendary Marketer, for example, nobody was making those numbers. You
No.
know, nobody was even close to making those numbers. You've been at the top, I've been at the top at a certain point, but now it's just they just evolved into something way more bigger than I ever thought it was gonna be, to be honest.
And that is the whole thing why saturation is such a myth, you know, because the more people talking about it, the more people hear about it, the more buzz, the more excitement, the easier it is to get more people into it. When we were at the top, we were in the 45 to 65 to, I think you may have had an $80,000 a month, but we were in that range when we were the top affiliates for the entire program. Well, that's because it was early, right? Now it's evolved for the past 2 years and more people have talking about it. So more people know about it. So now the top affiliates are making $800,000 in a month. Now, granted, that's the exception, not the rule. I mean, if you look at number 5 on the list, they're probably making 60 or so, you know what I mean? 70 or so a month, which is still
Yeah.
great, obviously. And then there's probably a pretty sharp decline after the top 15 or 25. But what the point is like the more the market becomes saturated, the more customers there are. So it's an even better opportunity to make more money because we had skilled marketers working when we were getting started, and no one was able to hit
Mhm.
$100,000 in a month. And now it's like it's just crazy what it's developed into.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, I never thought it was gonna get that big, to be honest, right? Like I
Yeah,
thought whatever we were making was, oh, I think this is the cap of it. And
right.
then just how you said it, saturation, it's a myth. There's
Well,
it's a
and the
myth.
other thing
You
is
shouldn't
too
think like that.
is legendary marketer would not have been able to handle the volume back then, right? If
Yeah.
there was multiple people doing 6 figures a month, it would have broke the system. I mean, we saw that in, I think it was 2021. You could tell the system was starting to crash down, right? People couldn't get
Oh yeah.
advisor calls. It was bad for a while. And that's no fault of legendary marketer. That's just typical growing pains. And obviously Dave, who heads that company, saw it through and did an amazing job. But he had to grow with the demand. And so back when we were promoting it, $800,000 a month from one person would not have been possible because the system would not have sustained it. But yeah, it's pretty incredible. So, like you said, saturation, like I said, saturation is a myth. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
And that got me thinking as well too, because when we first started or when I first started, the first year I never saw a publication about Legendary Marketer hiring people. Like that first whole year, I didn't see a post or nothing. And then once the year started passing by, they were like, they need more customer service people. They need more advisors, to make the sales calls. It's just like they were about to crash, to be honest. Like it was just like it was getting too big. And that's something that I love about Dave running that business because he listens or to his the people, the customers. He listens and he adjusts to whatever's happening in the market. Because if it gets to the point where it's gonna blow up, you need to be ready. You need to be prepared for that. And same thing happens. It happens all the time where, I joined a program too where it was blowing up, but at the same time, the customer service wasn't there. Like there was not that many people actually helping out. The mentor was, I don't know, he was kind of an asshole. So it's just like you know things he's not prepared. Like, yeah, it's blowing up, he's making tons of money, but he's not prepared to what's coming.
and that's the thing. It's really hard to prepare for that when you've never done it before. Like Dave Sharp, he's been a part of massive businesses before. You know what I mean? He's been a part of the businesses that had more clients wanting to give them money than merchant processors who to actually process it. So he's seen it before. And so it's the same sort of situation where when Legendary Marketer finally started blowing up after 6 or 7 years, he had already been through it. So preparation met opportunity. And yeah, that's the difference between a program that blows up that is smoke and mirrors and a program that blows up that's capable of handling it. And if you want to go and listen to Dave Sharp and the CEO of Legendary Marketer, I just looked back, he was actually on episode number 8 of this podcast. So if you scroll back all the way back to episode number 8, You can hear some of his stories and some of his philosophies and stuff like that.